Hello and good evening, Go Mode podcast fans. Welcome to the Gold Sword Bracket Finals of the 2023 Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament. Our finalists are the number 1 seed of Bydey, taking on the number 7 BajaBlood in a best of 3 series, with game 1 being Casual Boots. I'm Crazdgamer, being joined on commentary by PowerToMario. PTM, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. I'm excited for this. It's been a little bit of a long, it feels like a long brackets, but we are at the finals, finally.
I take it back. I'm excited now.
Perfect.
Yeah, Bydey and Baja, very good runners. Everyone's learned so much participating in Mentor Tournament. But these two are the cream of the crop this year. Bydey
Yes.
went 6-0 in the group stage, BajaBlood 5-1. And it has not been easy. Tons of 2-1 outcomes in these 3-game sets in the Gold Sword bracket. For those unfamiliar with how Mentor Tournament works, the first 6 games, every runner has a mentor that helps guide them through different game modes, teaching them routing decisions, boss execution, movement, all the core mechanics of the game to help them get better and better. And after that 6-game mentor stage, the training wheels come off. The runners get to participate in a tournament in different groups, right? We had a fighter sword bracket, a master sword bracket, tempered sword bracket, which, by the way, our very own Crazdgamer is part of the tempered sword bracket this year.
I was, yes.
And then gold sword bracket, of course. And I was actually a participant in gold sword bracket in last year's mentor tournament. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the value of the tournament cannot be understated, especially for newer players. It is just a very good way to learn things more quickly than you would on your own.
Oh, for sure. Yep. How many mentors did you end up connecting with during your time, Crazdgamer?
I think I went all 6. I intentionally wanted to spread it out and get a breadth of experience with as many different mentors as possible. So I think I did all 6.
Yeah, so every game you had a different mentor kind of piloting you.
That is correct.
Cool. Did you have anyone that you kind of worked with not in a race? Because I know when I was doing it last year, I had people that I would run a seed with, but then I also had a couple mentors that I didn't run the actual race with, but we did some off-screen practice.
Yeah, I did not do that, unfortunately. Just, time is just a very expensive resource. So it was just the racing and things.
Totally understandable. We didn't mention, but we did get the Book of Medora as the very first check, I believe.
Yep, that was Link's house.
So that's that could indicate an important item in Desert Palace potentially. We're looking at maybe the torch has a key that could lead to an item, or the torch has the item itself. Since we do have those Pegasus boots, we can potentially have something there.
Yeah, that's the thing about Kaz boots, is that the value of the desert area goes up a little bit because you don't have, it's not punishing to go to Agina right away because you have the boots. So, if there's an important item there, great. And if there's not, then you lose 30 or 40 seconds after you dash from the dam. It's not as punishing if you didn't have it.
Yeah, it looks like both runners are handling this segment fairly well. You saw earlier, I know Aldrax is mentioning the 8/ in casual boots. If you don't get any other help in the form of a rod or hammer, you're forced to slash the ball and chain guard 8 times before rescuing Princess Zelda. It's probably one of the hardest things to deal with in the escape sequence. And I do know, I don't know if the Baja did this, but I know Bydey was coaxing the ball and chain guard left by slashing from the right to kind of knock it closer to the gate to try to just shave some frames to a second off the completion time. Those are the kinds of things that You know, if you now have some experience in the game, you can start doing those little optimizations on this segment.
Yeah, no, that just never came to mind for me. It was just, nope, swing sword, go.
Just kill. Yeah, I mean, that's the first step. That's really the important step, is to make sure that you don't take hits, and the guard does.
Yeah, I very much depend on just throwing a pod at him. It's just easy.
Oh, Baja got I don't know if both runners got, but Baja got a very friendly rope room. No snakes in the way. They don't really do much against Boots' sword start, but that's a very nice pattern to get when you don't have the luxury of a sword. Nice key dash from Bydey.
All right, so Sank is going to have an item.
Right, because we did get that map in the secret room. Okay. Bydey's looking on pace to have a under 510, which is really great. That's a terrific time. 5:05 through the door. Baja's looking close to a 5:15. Oh, rat collision. Hate those. My least favorite part of Escape, running into rats. Ends up 5:19 through the transition. So Crazed, you participated in this year's Mentor Tournament. You made it. Yeah, you made it into Tempered bracket, which is really cool. I think it went 4-2 in the Mentor stage.
Yes, and it was pretty amazing that I ended up 4-2 because my first 2 were losses. So I started 0-2 and then I just won the next 4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was fine. My loss in brackets was to Simple Clips, who was in the finals of Tempered Sword bracket. So he's good. I like his chances.
Yeah, I saw your record and some of the races you did. You actually took a game off of Simple Clips in the Mentor stage.
I did,
and then ended up having a pretty hot set in the brackets against him.
Yeah, it was good, but sometimes you don't go where the item is, and you don't win, which is fine. Bydey getting a nice bomb drop, tree pull from the tree.
Bro, Bydey, why did you do that twice though? You had full bombs. All right, Baja and Bydey both dropping. They're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, it seems like a standard sort of route after escape. Just clean up your sphere 1 checks, and all right, Baja finally doing his map check.
I actually just watched someone do a casual boots the other day, and he got a bomb drop off of a guard in escape after rescuing Zelda, save quit, and
oh no,
went to no, on purpose, save quit and went to Link's house to do mini Moldorm, because you can take that one bomb and just go get those items and do cack skip.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a risky play, but if you end up getting something valuable in mini Moldorm, and especially like Dark World access, then when you're on your trip to CAC, you can just go straight to the Dark World after. Yeah, there's also all sorts of ways you can play this mode.
Never considered that. Ooh, that's a convenient bottle. They can check that right away while they're in town.
Okay, not really any major progression items yet. I imagine we're probably going to see more of that in South Shore. We do.
Close to Zora money.
Yeah, we've got the 500 we need for Zora. Not in logic yet. We need either a power glove or flippers in order for that to be logical. But it's something you may think about doing anyway. You have the boots. You just go over there and water walk to Waterfall Cave, then go to Zora and be fine. I'm curious to see if either runner will do a stored water walk and actually maybe even do Man Under the Bridge.
Oh. Ooh.
That's looking less likely now. That hammer. Bydey's showing off spin speed to do the quick check.
Fancy.
Okay. Yep. That NMG work showing. That's a common spot. Not going and moving in that direction, but common spot to get that spin speed with your sword and boots.
All right, Bydey's heading to the dam. Probably going to go to Mini Moldorm afterwards.
I don't know. Oh!
Might be going to Eastern.
I was thinking he might do what you were talking about earlier and just go ahead and get Agena Desert done.
But that bow may push him in the other direction.
And I wouldn't blame him. I mean, it's a crystal dungeon. You can clear it in full. The thing with going to the desert is if you go without the fire source and you have a progression item on Lambolus, it feels kind of bad. We're more than likely going to see a lamp early.
You still need a glove to get to the back also, so you need... Without any one of those two things, it's just...
Yeah.
You're just checking at least one item and at most two. But going to Eastern, you've got Saha's hut and you've got Eastern itself.
Yeah, well, we got our answer on the glove question. That was in Mini Moldorm Cave, so...
Ooh.
Now we're a pearl away from Dark World. Yeah, it might actually be a lamp in Dark World. That's not uncommon. All right, well, in case you did not have money for Zora before, Ice Rock Cave definitely made sure you did.
Looks like Baja is gonna water walk. Let's see where he's gonna go.
Oh, nice bomb! Nice bomb setup there, Bydey. That was nice. Dodged the crab, got the bomb out early. Okay. Hylia Island is dead. And so is that crab. Okay. So out of logic, waterfall produces nothing. We're going to get a bottle refill of a red potion. I know a lot of people watching are familiar with the game, but that waterfall fairy will always give the same potion. So if you go back with another empty bottle, that will be a red potion again.
Did Baja just not look at what the ledge has, or?
Yeah, I don't, unless you caught the corner of the sprite, but I don't think I saw what it was. All
right, Bydey went to the Man Under the Bridge. And...
Yeah, he stored water. He got Fake Flipper, stored Water Walk, and is able to Water Walk out of there. This will allow him to go to Waterfall Cave since he doesn't have the Moon Pearl.
Got it.
Yeah, if you don't do that, then you don't get the benefit of the waterfall item, which he'll find out is not really anything. But
good to clear it all in one trip anyway.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty important decision point potentially, or knowledge point. If Zora Ledge has anything, Bydey does have the bow and the bombs and can splash delete for that item. You can't do the water walk. Ah, it's a shield. Oh, well. Oh, never mind then.
Shield fans in shambles.
Yeah, all two of them.
And that's me.
I want to pretend I didn't hear that. The pretending is failing, Crazed. I can't get out of my head now.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta live with that now.
That I can't even say it. The S word.
Look, I'm just saying, Laser Bridge is really easy with a mirror shield. Just saying.
It's also easy without it.
I'll take your word for it.
We might actually get to see Turtle Rock. We have 3 crystals in Light World. That means 3 pendants in
Nope, look at that. There's a shield in there's a shield in Saha.
All right, well, that's okay. Bydey will probably go to Skullwoods and get that shield removed. No problem.
Easy.
Yeah, save the frames, Bydey. Save the frames. Baja and Desert going to right side. Giving us our first look. Yeah, I mean the numbers favor either a light source or a pearl, where Bydey's going. And I'd imagine, you know, Lamp gives us the a couple checks on Mountain right now with that glove. Falute also gives us those same checks. What do you just pick up?
Moon Pearl and Eastern.
Pearl. Well, there you go. This is going to be an Eastern Palace clear. And I don't know, Bydey has 9 hearts. He may just go to the Dark World portal after this and take care of Palace of Darkness. Not out of the question.
Ooh.
And a hook shot. Oh man, what a trove.
If you don't want to go to Pod, you could just go the Mountain instead.
Baja going back to right side to go wrap at Agina, I suppose.
I don't think Bydey went here, so like, I feel like this is a play by Baja just to like. You assume Bydey's just gonna follow the logic.
Bombos.
That's 3 good items in Eastern.
Man, Pearl, Hookshot, and Bombos Medallion. Now we gotta go to the back and get the big key. Yeah, I mean, if I was Baja, do Agina first. Like, you're going into Desert without a fire source. You should just get the potential fire source. And it's just, yeah, it's a lot of moving. Yeah, Bydey made the correct decision going for the potential 6 items. Now showing us Dark Room Eastern.
So something that played on my mind a lot when I was in the tournament was how, like, when do you make the plays, TM? Like, when do you do something that your opponent isn't going to do and hope it works out? And I'm thinking, like, Baja may have attempted that with the desert play. It just didn't pan out.
Yeah, it's... I was feeling that play, I think, until we got the glove. When we got the glove without a fire source, it's like, yeah, I mean, you get in your bow too. Bow, glove, you do your Eastern clear, and then between going to Desert Palace and going to the mountain, I go to the mountain, you get your save and quit point. You know, at least at that point, you're not getting a lamp in the old man rescue. You're getting some non-lamp item.
All right, so now Baja's gonna follow in Bydey's footsteps, get the absolute treasure trove of items in Eastern.
I don't think they talked to Saha either. I wouldn't. You're going to get that map check in Dark World anyway. Yeah, Bydey got a very friendly fairy drop. going into that previous room. Oh yes, he's doing the setup.
I've not seen the setup before.
Based. What a great quick kill. All right, with that, we'll see what Bydey decides to do. Is it a save quit or is it a straight to pod? Save quit. You know. Oh. He's going to the mountain, maybe?
Or
it might be this. This might be this. He's got the hook shot. Maybe he's like, yeah, I want this.
No, it's Vu.
That's Vu. All right. Very well.
I mean, you've got a hammer, so Thieves Town's a full clear.
Yeah, we're going to find out what those crystals and pendants are. And you could potentially have another crystal dungeon to clear here. That's fair, Pants. I get it. There you go. Green pendant pod. Pendants on Skull Woods and Ice Palace. And then our red crystal in Turtle Rock. Both medallion dungeons are required today. So with that crystal layout, certain go mode includes the mirror, flippers, cane of Samaria, both fire and ice rod, the flute, and then the medallion's required to enter the dungeons. I didn't mention mitts because mitts is always required in every one of these opener standard seeds.
Why are you making the decision to go to Pendant Skullwoods before anything else? That's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people look at this as overworld checks rather than a dungeon check, since it is pretty fast to get done. So like in my mind too, I treat it like, oh, you don't have a key, bud. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He threw the pot and it hit the Wallmaster just as it was about to grab him, and it killed the Wallmaster, and that pretty much decided it for him.
So this is going to eat some time, unfortunately. But I like the commitment.
He might just bail on it. I don't think he got any items out of Skullwoods, and I think at this point you just don't.
All right, Baja is having a little trouble. I believe this is the first Armos room, or the first Igor room.
This is a ped check.
Yeah, he has no mirror. Yeah, this is okay time to do it. That's 3 bomb drop, so
nothing.
Dead. Yeah, so looking at pendants, right? We have pod. We have all the items for pod. We know we are going to get the fire rod for Skull Woods, and then Ice Palace. Yeah, I mean, you have Bombos. So pedestal could have had any of the, like, it could have had Ice Rod, maybe Cane, depending on Ice Rod, Ice Palace keys. Yeah, there's a couple items that could have been on there. Just trying to think through it, what could have possibly been there, but it's not relevant now. All right, Baja making it to the back.
We sort of skipped over it, but Baja had a very heads-up fairy drop down to refill health.
Yeah, I think both runners got... Oh, and then another fairy. Oh, dropping right, yes. At that half heart, getting that... going to that fairy room to make sure you live through that. Very wise choice. Okay. Nicely done, Baja. First crystal.
using the more conventional and the one that I'm familiar with, quick kill. Alright, let's see if this play from Bydey ends up okay. Nope, that
Well,
look, that could have been a mirror shield, and you decided not to.
yeah.
So that was one item, right? So there's one item in the back, I think.
That sounds correct. Yes. If we did not get any items in the other 4, unless a big key is in the back, locking second item on big chest. Have definitely run into plenty of seeds like that.
I think I think Bydey did get the big key.
We're not coming back without that fire rod.
Baja's giving us our first look at Hype Cave.
Yeah, this might be hype to pod, maybe. We'll see. Nope. A save quit. Okay.
Huh. Deciding not to go to the pyramid, not to go to catfish, and not to go to pod. Just 5 items.
Okay. Try a save quit to Sank and have no idea where this path's going. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. No sprint wrap around that wall. Okay, cool. We're seeing some divergence now.
All right,
we saw a little bit of that with hype, but now we're seeing the mountain.
There's a lot of items on the mountain, but depending on where the keys are in Hera, may not be able to complete it without a fire source.
Hera pot.
Right, but then you may leave behind an item in the big chest at that point, so it's a little bit of a risk.
Okay. We don't have the lamp yet. We don't have visual on that. For the lamps on the mountain, then this is I believe, a flute-locked mountain currently. And we know we're getting that flute at some point because of a crystal mystery mire.
Half magic if you come back with a mirror.
Is this a Spike Cave play?
Oh, this is spicy.
Okay, I see you, Baja. Okay.
This is definitely a play trademark.
I like it. You're going to do this, and then you're going to save quit and go hook shot across and get your other items. This is a little tough. Think we'll have just enough magic.
Might be okay, yeah. Oh.
Ah!
I respect it, though.
I love that play. That was great. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's the East Mountain play.
Yeah, doing it like this means you don't orphan anything, because usually at the end of Hera, you have to, flip a coin between Spike Cave or Spiral Cave. But here, you just get it all done.
All right. So far with Bydey's trek into Thieves Town, I don't believe we have any noteworthy items just yet. But big chest looming. Okay. Blind is all that remains.
I did get a blue bottle out of Paradox Cave. I'd like to see that.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We know that bumper ledge has nothing I believe. So I think we scouted that on Bydey's side. All right, so unfortunately for Baja, nothing's turned up in East Mountain. Outside of it, looks like the mushroom. I don't know if that was a Hype Cave item or if that was a mountain item.
I think it was before. I think Baja.
Oh, Desert. Thank you,
Checked it,
Phyrie.
yeah.
Thanks to our tracker, Phyrie, by the way. I don't know if we called out Phyrie. Desert Palace, huh? All right. Well, Bydey does get that sword upgrade off of blind, which is very nice. Very nice to have the early strong weapons. Makes everything else faster. And now we go to Hera. Oh, Dead Rock. Oh, the Dead Rock walks in front. Oof. Everyone's favorite enemy is only ever helpful.
There's a small key.
Yep. Okay. This is a fire-locked dungeon currently.
So at this point, you just hope that the big chest has the map.
Powder pickup from Dig Game on Bydey's side. And the cane!
Ooh, that's a good one.
The other cane! We have a cane. Now we have another one.
So many canes.
So fire rod or lamp is not one of the fire sources is not behind Cane of Samaria, or well, it depends on this depends on the flute. Where that lamp's gonna be. Oh wow! Cane and flippers.
Baja is rewarded for the mountain dip.
Hmm.
And then Baja's going to end at Spiral Cave, and we'll see what's there.
So go to dungeons, right, Crazed? Eat
Yeah.
three items in Eastern and then 2 in Hera.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Bydey is going to show us a little bit more because Baja just did a save and quit out of Hype Cave, so we're going to see at least the pyramid. We may even see Pod.
Yeah, it's getting. This is an odd situation. Let's see what this check and spiral is. It's the fire rod. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the other item in the back of Skull that opens up. Although we still need a lamp or a flute.
Speaking of flute,
there's a flute. So that's our logical flute access to mountain. So that fire rod's in logic. Mitts, man, Mitts is worrying. The thing is, Bydey's going to have the flute, and should he decide to do this and go to Pod, we could see a mirror or Mitts show up in Pod. Ice Palace is locked by Mitts. Misery Mire is locked by Mitts. Dark Death Mountain's locked by Mitts. There's a lot there. But that flipper is now in logic. Cane now in logic. Oh man, Swamp Palace. If we see a mirror, we might have to go to Swamp Palace.
nothing on the fish. So Baja probably just clears Skullwoods with a fire rod.
Yeah. They both have the same number of crystals, but right now this route definitely feels it's in Bydey's favor, only because if Back of Skull produces nothing that if it does not produce progression for Baja, Baja may be forced to go on a second trip up the mountain to continue on in the seed. After going to do all the checks that, well, Bydey's going to the mountain, so I don't know. Pod's a pendant. People are like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, pod's a pendant, so avoid pendants. Avoid pendants.
But it's 5 items.
It's items to me. Like if I can get a medallion or mitts or mirror out of pod and avoid going to the mountain, I want a time save from the mountain. But I know there's differing philosophies when it comes to that sort of thing. So.
Also, it's green pendant pod. It's 6 items.
It is, yeah, that's true. That's a great point. What would be your philosophy? And I don't want to sway your thoughts on this. Like, what do you think about the way things have gone?
What in regards to like the route or?
Yeah, like if you're faced, like you're in Bydey's situation, right? You know, you have the decision to go to another overworld dungeon or go to the mountain to try to find your progression. Where do you think you'd go?
I'd probably go the mountain because you're clearing Hera, which is a crystal. You have to do it anyway. And there's a lot of items on the mountain. So it makes sense that you clear the items that you can on the way to doing a dungeon you have to do anyway.
I think it's totally valid.
All right.
Yeah, Blind had a sword upgrade, so that tempered sword came from Thieves Town. I think someone was asking. Yep, other way.
Yeah, you can do it on the left, on the very last one. You could lift a pot. All right, the moth has the last item. So the way Bydey is routing this, he is going to have the decision of Spike Cave or Spiral Cave at the end of Hera.
He's going to get it out of the way. Yeah, I think if you skip Spiral Cave, you're not coming back to Spiral Cave. That's your lose condition.
Right. But decides on Spiral Cave now, so I guess he's, obviously you make the decision to just go up again through Paradox at that point. Just getting in there and just giving it to Mothula.
Wow. I'm okay. I'm totally okay with the decision to go to Moth with that fire rod.
Yeah, you push the progression that you get, so I'm okay with that too.
All right, Baja, show us the way.
This is probably Thieves Town now, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, progression could have not been in pod, but I kind of kind of feel good that I would have, if I had been running this seed and I was at that point where I had Dark World access out, right out of Eastern Palace, that I would have just gone to pod no matter what. I feel a little vindicated that it would have actually turned up to be something. But again, you know, I don't see any fault with the way that either runner decided to go.
And there's the Keen for Bydey.
Yes, I guess to talk a little bit about some of the stats from both of these runners for the tournament. I'm looking at the group summary from their group stage, and you know, I without looking back at prior years, I know from last year the time differential, meaning how much time did runners win by. The delta of times between their finish time, and their opponent's finish time seems to be a pretty good measuring rod for how skilled people are, especially at the top. I think it applies more at the top. But both Bydey and Baja finished the I say group stage. It was technically a group stage, I guess, but they both finished with the best time differential of any of the Gold Sword bracket finalists, both with over 1 hour of time difference between them and their opponents.
Nice.
Yeah, both did very well in that stage.
Do you happen to know like what the third best person in Gold bracket was?
Yeah, the next two up,
comparison.
Yeah, Ducky had 50 minutes, looks like. And then the next one up was Dylan Lee Gaming with 49 minutes. And I'm just once and twice over. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And if I look at the brackets, how that shook out, our semifinalists were, they were not the other two semifinalists. Ducky took a round one loss, unfortunately, and so did Dylan. But they too won. Like there were a lot of 2-1s on that side of the bracket. That was a pretty that was a fight.
Oh, I'm sure.
And all of Bydey's games up until this point were 2-1s. So we'll see if this shakes out the same way. BajaBlood 2-0, 2-1, and 2-1 going down the Gold Sword bracket.
Yeah, something that surprised me a lot in the tournament was how closely skilled everybody was, like pretty much at every stage of it. Like there wasn't like, it didn't seem like to me there were any real blowouts or anything like that. Like everyone seemed like right at the same level and were progressing at the same level too. Like that was just really something I found interesting.
Yeah, there were plenty of close races throughout. All right, with that fire out, something Bydey's going to be able to do that Baja did not get to do from the early dip of desert is actually finish with a crystal.
Does Lanmo have an item, or did we get both in the front?
Great question. Trying to draw from my memory banks here.
Oh, they were both in the front because I saw the heart.
Yeah, I think it's both. Yeah.
I saw the heart piece just now. I didn't know if the other item was in the front too.
Yeah, totally agree with Bydey though. He's priorit and with your mind craze, you know, going towards crystal dungeons, advancing the game state towards defeating Ganon by getting those crystals with checks that you have not seen before, is really great.
Yep, it's ABCD. Always be clear in dungeons. What a strange sound that was.
I love Golden Sun soundtrack.
Oh, is that what this is?
Mm-hmm. Good old Game Boy Advance sound font.
So that was a quick land mode kill for Bydey. Fire Rod makes it pretty easy.
Yeah. Sounds planned, MrAngryPants. Sounds a bit coordinated if you ask me. Golden Sun, Golden Eye, Gold Sword bracket.
Ooh, I didn't even consider that third one. Wow.
Yeah, I like the Gold Sword bracket MSU myself out of the three, but nobody runs that one.
So I kind of like this route from Baja. He's going to end... Oh, actually, he already did Hype Cave, so if he chooses to keep going, he would have to just go effectively to Pyramid. And then where he goes from there, who knows? Right, so Baja really wants to be going to Pyramid to pick up a flute. Then we'll see if he goes to Catfish or to Pod. If you have the choice, you pretty much go to Pod, because just more items, but that's me.
Yeah, it'll be a great question. I don't know. It definitely feels coordinated, but you know, it could just be a happy accident.
All right, Bydey's showing us Magic Bat not the first time.
Yeah, we're gonna get Magic Bat. Just money. Okay.
Oh, but I get this because you just get the flute, so now you push the flute. That's fine.
Dread it, run from it. Palace of Darkness arrives all the same.
You're not wrong, but I also understand chasing the progression you just got. Speaking of going after the darkness, let's take a look at Bydey, because he just went to that portal.
Yep. We need 110 rupees to get into Palace of Darkness. I don't know. Might be a little short going in.
Yeah, he might not be able to spare any of his 812. That's tough.
I mean, to be honest, that's all you're looking at. 4 blue potions and a red. It's pretty valuable safety to have.
Absolutely. You could definitely buy 5 potions in this game all at the same time. Although I guess maybe if you spend a potion and then re-up on the other 4, I guess you can do it.
Underrated dash in this dungeon that I just picked up recently, Bydey just showed off. Being able to dash to the button and end up below the button and charge a dash going up through the button to open the door instead of landing on it.
I missed it. I guess I'll just have to watch it back later.
Actually, thinking about it, I actually don't know if that's just swag or not, or if that's actually saving time, but enjoy doing that a lot. Standard tech. I've got some work to do. Played any NMG, Crazed?
Not at all. I'm just a rando player.
We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Not to imply that MMG isn't a good time. I enjoy it every once in a while.
Yeah, it's just I like being able to solve the puzzle of randomizer. The speed run aspect is not really my speed. Get it?
At least you tried, Craz.
That's all I can do.
Oh, there you go. So that's Ice Palace available. MrAngryMire is full clearable, assuming that we have the medallion for it. Nice extension on Bydey's side. Potentially even entry into TR. But we need that mirror for Swamp Palace. Mirror Ice Rod at the bare minimum for our go mode.
So Bydey's just showing off, just doing a hammer jump in a non-key sanity mode.
Oh yeah, this is I believe this is faster when you have a key going into this room, because then you can just go through the door. And then, especially without the mirror too, you go through here and then you exit out the top right, and then you can loop in the other checks and head and exit south through the hellway.
Yeah, at like 10 seconds after I said, I'm like, oh wait, no mirror. Yeah,
Mirror. Yeah. Both runners in pod. It's exciting. I do not want to see any resident sleepers in chat. Hold them back. This is really exciting.
And it was a required dip because got a mitts out of it.
And we have our ether medallion too, so. Okay. Very likely we have access to MrAngryMire now. Oh, gotta get that chest position. Okay, oh, a full heal from that piece of heart pickup. And now time to go. Keep in mind that the burned key at the maze puts us at 3, so this will have an item of some kind. Oh, single arrow.
Most important item.
Perfect. Got the 5 count. Exiting pod. That's oh, what is? Oh, yeah, that's MrAngryMire. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Baja is going to have to go to Dark Maze, not doing the hammer jump route. There's our lamp. Required pod dip to get the lamp. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, the lamp had to be either here or in Mire or on the mountain, I guess, because that's the only other places left. And Mire, well, you can't get to the back of Mire logically without a lamp.
Yeah, I would have chuckled to see a TR big chest lamp.
I don't want to see that. I want I want the lamp in Sphere 1.
Not Sphere 1-0.
That's another discussion, but yeah, whatever. I want it in the first chest I check. I want it in Link's house.
All right, nice room clear on Bydey's side with the sword beams. Wish I could do that. That's what practice is for. Gotta practice.
What's practice?
You know practice is.
Oh, you mean that thing I don't do?
Uh-oh. Yep. Baja following relatively closely behind Bydey here.
Yeah, so even though the routes diverged pretty early on-ish, they both win the pot at the same time, and they'll both be in mire at about the same time.
The forbidden P word. All right, it's silent P, Ractus. Sorry, went a little Scooby-Doo there. Ractus?
Ooh, that's a nice key dash by Bydey.
He's good at those.
So our go mode at this point is Mirror and Ice Rod?
Mirror Ice and whatever medallion TR is. If it's we probably have it. It's a good shot. We already have it. If it's Quake though, I don't know. We've cleared quite a bit of overworld already.
Yeah, especially since we're gonna hit every other dungeon before doing TR. So I would imagine if TR is Quake, we would hit Quake along the way, and if not, then we already have it.
Bydey showing off spooky action.
Now, I didn't see him set up for it, but then again, I wasn't super paying attention to how he fluted in, so maybe he did.
Yeah, he lifted up the rock from below the rock and then kicked up some dust with his boots. I forget where, but the typical place I see it is the first dark room where you place the Samaria block. It's usually where people do it.
And that's another crystal down for Bydey.
You have to do it while placing the Samaria block. Screwing it up all the time. I've always been doing it before.
Uh-oh. Baja is going to do cutscene, and we know it's not going to be anything.
The important thing isn't kicking up dust for spooky action. The important thing is not putting the Samaria block in the slot you set up spooky in. You're talking about in memory, in the game's memory?
Yeah, that has to be that. A lot of technical details I am only barely familiar with.
That's good info, though. Thank you, everybody. Definitely want to get that explanation right.
All right, Bydey is now going to push the mountain. Or not.
Yes, he's going to, go to the Turtle Rock portal, see what our medallion is, and possibly open it up.
Yep, because no mirror, so you have to, if you're going to open up TR, you have to do it from the TR portal.
The way you put him pushing the mountain all by himself. I mean, he's got the Titan's mitts. He's got super strength. He could do it.
That mountain doesn't stand a chance.
All right, Bombos unlocked both dungeons. All right, go in, Bydey. Nah, he's going to.
No,
He's going to do the other ones first.
that would be a play for sure. Going without an ice rod, just hoping it's on the way instead of checking the 5 things that you can, or 6 things that you can check outside.
Yeah, I always look forward whenever I do stuff like that. I always look forward to if I'm ever restreamed, to the commentators going, "That's pretty clown shaming me." TR before those checks. Yeah, but if I get my progression in TR, then I don't have to go into those areas.
All right, so let's start talking about like what nonsense the seed can do right now. Progression is mirror, and then you have to go to swamp to get your ice rod.
That's pretty standard. That's pretty standard. Except the mirror's there.
Except the mirror's right there. Why would it be? But now the ice rod could just be in swamp anyway. So
you have the
yeah.
If you have the he's gonna leave. I mean, I have the mirror right here. If ice rod's in TR, and I think if I had the mirror here, I'm going into TR. I'm gonna get my ice rod in TR, finish the dungeon, and then go mode my swamp palace.
So my like immediate shoot from the hip kind of thought was CTR go TR, because that's just like maybe your ice rod's there and you're just you only have to go up the mountain once. But if you have to go back down the swamp anyway, then maybe this is correct.
Yeah, I'm not. By the way, just anybody watching, I'm not my decisions. I'm not prescribing to any of you. I'm just describing maybe what I would do, and you could disagree all you want, and I'll be totally fine with it. If you think, yeah, like Radical Sniper's going, I would have done Spike Cave and Swamp Palace. That's totally fine. Swamp Palace has 6 checks. It's a crystal. You go there, you get your ice rod, then you go back to TR, and then you can get your keys in TR and maybe even not worry about Laser Bridge. Yeah. Hey, the adage goes, it's only wrong if it's not the item you need.
All right, Bydey's gonna check extra things here. So here's a Bombos tablet before going into swamp.
Nope, Baja going into Ice Palace. It's raw.
I like it. Oh wait, no, it's a crystal. No, I'm less okay with it now.
You mean pendant? Ice Palace is a pendant.
Yes, I definitely meant to say the word "not" somewhere in there, and it just didn't happen.
Okay, that's 1 item. 2 left in Ice Palace. I mean, ice is in the name. Has to be here, right?
Gotta be.
Nice icebreaker. Oh, the big key on right side. Probably gonna see what's in the big chest. One item remains.
Ooh.
Bydey getting a red rupee in the first check.
I mean, if you know Ice Palace is going to be a bust, you'd want to see it in the first 3.
Oh, you got the lineup. There you go. Yes, they did.
All right, that's it. That's all 3 items out of ice, and it was not the answer.
Yeah, bailed green pendant. All right. I mean, you got the mitts in there. It's rough that was green pendant, but You also have everything open. And I think both knew what was on pedestal too. So, like, yeah, that green pendant, it's one check and it doesn't get you to a pet item. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize Baja actually did not complete Thieves Town. Unless it's tracker mismark, but I thought Baja did. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. We're not crazy. It happened. I'm like, wait a minute, why would you leave the woods and go all the way to dig game and not do the dungeon? Like, yeah, that's fair. Oh, shovel in hammer pegs, and the last medallion in Swamp Palace. Great.
All right, so I mean the win con now has to be Ice Rod at shovel spot, or
in this chain in the mirrorless chain.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if Bydey does not get anything in Swamp Palace, we'll have a pretty easy way to go take care of Smith Chain right after. Should he choose to do that. Bydey, teach me this. I need to learn that quick kill. Oh, missed the fire rod cast, unfortunately. But it does get it the second time around. I mean, if you're gonna rush TR, why not just do it? I mean, in my mind, if you're planning on doing that, why not do it up there? So, I don't know. I would probably do Smith Chain first.
Bydey going back in for at least big chest, probably left side.
But you go to Swamp, you assume that Swamp Palace is going to lead to your Ice Rod, I guess.
Yeah, I guess also follow the crystals, of course. But yeah, if nope, you
did back first, buddy. Got to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it looks like Baja is committing to just doing the entire Smith sequence without the mirror, which is unfortunate, but if it has the answer, then
yeah,
he'll be in go mode as soon as he goes to the mountain.
Yeah, this is the Miyamoto route.
Hey. Bydey getting a little bit bullied by things and stuff.
Yeah, Mirror on Mountain stinks. The end.
Once upon a time, Mirror on Mountain stinks.
It's a pretty easy book to write. But not an easy one to read. Let me tell you.
Nope. I guess that was all about all the items then in Swamp.
Did I miss that? Was that a sword upgrade? Was that
No, it was third bottle.
Okay. He got a sword. He got a gold sword somewhere.
Yeah, I think that was in Hookshot Cave.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Everyone's running so fast. I'm having a hard time keeping up with their sprites. Oh yeah, we need a checkerboard. We did not have a mirror when we came here. Okay.
Now, with us having the ability to see both screens, I want to see Baja go into TR after Super Bunny and Hookshot, but we'll see.
I don't know. We have Graveyard Ledge. Have we seen King's Tomb?
Yes. I think it was just money or something.
All right, Baja. What will you do? All right.
Yeah, Bydey can finish off the Smith chain faster with the mirror. I mean, I understand it, but
Yeah, it's the same. It's a similar sort of reasoning, right? Oh yeah, we forgot all about the half magic on Speck Rock. Nobody's picking it up.
at this point, no.
Oh, maybe you do it on the way to TR. If you do it at any point, you're gonna go back to TR. If Ice Rod actually ends up being there, you could go up and do it on the way.
They still have a blue from a pickup somewhere, so I really don't think half magic is in the cards tonight.
All right, Bydey, what's next for you? Shovel. All right. So, Crazed, on another subject, are you participating in ALttPR League Season 6? Found a group?
No. I'm not super sure on that. I know signups are open, but not 100% on it right now.
Okay. I know you said earlier that you were definitely interested in the puzzle solving aspect of Rando. I don't know if that means that maybe you're a more casual player, you like competitive. What's kind of your philosophy with the game?
I do like racing. I am sort of a competitive-ish person, but I also get easily discouraged if I'm not immediately good at the thing I'm doing. So that's a little that's unfortunate, little counterproductive of sorts. But it's you know, I do like playing, and I do like racing. So there's that.
Yep. Glad that we're part of the same club of we like to be good right away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I definitely understand that feeling.
Yeah, it's as it turns out, you do have to practice things that you are not immediately good at. Who knew?
Yeah, I definitely actually Mentor Tournament is what helped me for lack of not trying to make a pun here, but tempered my my mental game in a way that feeling went away a lot. Kind of helped. It kind of helped me orient myself and have a healthy relationship with competitive rando.
Right. Yeah. Something I just immediately thought of is that, I have an amount of experience with, like, let's say, so I originally got on the rando with SMZ3 because I grew up with Super Metroid. So, like, A Link to the Past is actually, like, my second game. I learned it just to get better at SMZ3. So
okay.
That's sort of where that came from.
You're part of the SM horde that joined the tournament this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. That's really cool that we got some SMZ3 people participating in this. That's really neat.
Yeah. A Link to the Past is fun for sure. It's just not the game that I grew up with.
Oh, me neither. I literally picked up A Link to the Past vanilla for the very first time in 2021. The reason why I like Zelda is Breath of the Wild.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Flame Shield, my Flame Shield's going up. Like Zelda, like I played a little bit. I played most of Twilight Princess, and then I didn't really enjoy and some of Link's Awakening. But then, like after Twilight Princess, I'm like, I don't really like Zelda, so I just kind of cold turkey just stopped playing it. And then Breath of the Wild came out. I'm like, whoa, this is different. And something about that game, I always tell people this. Something about that game flipped a switch in my brain and helped me to understand why all the other Zeldas in the past were really fun. And so I went back and started playing them. It's really strange.
Interesting. So I can't speak to it because I played Breath of the Wild exactly once and then I just didn't pick it up again. So
oh, wow.
Yeah, I blame it on the fact that I didn't have a Pro controller at the time. I was trying to play on Joy-Cons.
Oh, goodness. So, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so at some point I should pick up Breath of the Wild again and maybe I'll have a better experience with it. But yeah, most of my Zelda experience growing up was Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I kind of liked Twilight Princess, and I didn't so much with Skyward Sword. And then after that, it was just whatever.
Oh, of course, it's the first check in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, just go into TR, easy. We told you this an hour ago. Okay. I know a lot of people are listening right now. This is exactly why I like to, because I know that a lot of other people are gonna be like, yep, just go for the numbers, and I'm like, Turtle Rock's right here, just go. Yeah,
I love those plays.
Like it's also numbers, but it's also routing. It's just you're in this direction, just inertia, just keep going in this direction.
Yeah, I mean at the point we were Ice Rod, and I think that was it. I think we were one away. Ice Rod was in what chest is that? Is that Compass chest? Turtle Rock?
I'm not
sure.
Or
is that map chest? I think it's Compass chest. But the single check in front of TR is where it was, Jocelyn. Yep. So now we're in true go mode. Bydey is going to wrap up Turtle Rock. Baja is going to finish up Swamp Palace. Or go back in for left side. And then eventually end up in Turtle Rock. But both of our runners basically did everything else before going into Turtle Rock, which, to be fair, Ice Rod could have been anywhere. It's just one of those things. It's like when you have a item that does not really prevent entry into anything. Could have easily been like a medallion hunt too.
So let's talk about like the hypotheticals, right? So you pick up your mirror in Hookshot Cave, and if you go into TR, you go all the way to Laser Bridge and it's not there. You got to be feeling bad because now you just did an entire TR and it didn't pan out. But at the same time, as soon as you see, if you make that gamble and you do see a Ice Rod in TR, then you just mirror out, you finish up the rest of your crystal dungeons, you go mode everything, and then you just come back and go mode TR. So it's pretty much a risk reward of, do you think it's there or not?
It's like, I think your risk, you can kind of move your risk tolerance a little bit if you had, say, a crystal dungeon remaining in the light worlds versus the dark worlds. Since we had a Swamp Palace crystal, I'm gonna argue from the opposite viewpoint of my own in this scene and say, yeah, you had a Swamp Palace crystal, which not only is it a dark world crystal, but it's also a dungeon that requires the use of the mirror.
So you can't save your portal.
So you can't save your portal. If you had a light world dungeon, then you could go through the thing, not get your ice rod, save a portal, and then go through a dungeon you hadn't gone into yet and give yourself some slack, I guess. Yes, that's another way to look at it.
I guess I just like gambling a little bit too much then. That's really what that is. Anyway, here's Trinex.
Oh, unfortunate Bydey missing the zero cycle. Really hard to pull off, to be honest. I know Bydey works very hard at this game, and he can correct me if I'm mischaracterizing him, but I know he loves to go for the fastest thing possible, if he can, in every single room. He works really hard at that.
I would imagine that's a contributing factor in him being the #1 seed overall.
Hey, y'all, this is Go Mode Podcast, not SG. We're not doing that game. I'm kidding. We can do that game if you want to. We're not playing that game. You know why they're posting Crazed? You wanna? I'm sure they know, but maybe we can pretend like they're just posting numbers and they have no idea what they're doing.
All right, so the game is I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 22.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second.
All right, so the actual answer is Gan's Tower has a big key somewhere. Guess where it is. That's it.
I'm gonna guess you're thinking 1.
That's incorrect.
I know people like guessing a number. I like guessing which chest it's in, though. I think it's going to be in double fire bar room on the left side.
I always go for whatever the 17th check is, which I think lands in Rando room somewhere.
17.
17.
That, well, it depends on your route, I guess.
Like I said, I didn't really think about this too much. I just, nope, it's a 17 check. Whatever it is, it's number 17.
Yeah, my favorite spot to find a key is the bottom right of Rando room. Oh, well, all right. That's number 4.
4 it is.
Number 4, Melmo. Congratulations. You typed a number into chat and it was the number that matched. What an achievement. Oh baby, right. All right. While Baja cleans up overworlds, Bydey's going to give us a masterclass in Ganon's Tower. Honestly, applause to both runners, though. We're 123 into the seed, and they cleared all of these checks so quickly.
They did play the game fast, which is the name of the game.
Yes, my favorite randomizer game, fast. It's the game I know and love.
Is there a game called Fast?
Ah, it's this game. You said it. This is the name of the game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
A Link to the Fast. Double spin? Nice double spin.
I have never seen that before.
Gold sword OP. Yeah, you linger in the other room and then set up that Samaria block and the collision with the left Lammo and the block keeps you in the middle there.
Yeah, I usually just accidentally do that when I powder the anti-fairy because I need the health refill. I never do that intentionally. But wow, that's neat. Oh, Baja's gonna chase after the green pendant.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
I mean, it's understandable. You just like it could be literally anywhere, so you just pick the best spot, or you pick a spot that you think your opponent's not gonna go. It's so arbitrary where you go looking for an ice rod.
All right. Bydey finishing off Landmo. Landmo? Why am I saying that? Moldorm? They're worms! They're both worms. I don't know.
Landmo was a little bit like a minute or two ago.
He takes down one more squiggly boy.
That's a lot of this game, isn't it? Landmo, Moldorm, any other worm type thing in this game.
Snakes, which are kind of like worms.
True.
Nice triple. We're gonna probably seeing a 2-3-1. Nicely done. 3 cycle Aga 2. All right. Who is this mysterious voice that has entered the commentary booth?
I don't think they can hear him.
Oh, that's right. He set it up that way. Sorry, we're hearing voices in our heads, everybody.
We're definitely not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're the crazed one. I'm totally normal.
Excuse me, sir. There is a distinction between crazed and crazy. Anyway, there's a Ganon fight.
Yeah, I mean, no silver arrows. You know, checking all of those checks. Probably GT.
I'd assume so.
Unless Baja gets it here.
I'd like to see it.
Come on, green, come on, silver's here. Let's see it. Oh, come on. This content's terrible. I'm sorry.
Just awful.
Oh, Bydey's setting up the first hit. Yeah,
Yep.
GT. Oh, little. That's all right. It's tough to do. So many really great rando racers make that look easy. It's not easy timing at all.
It's like setting up for the triple.
And checks, thanks for the raid. We're wrapping up today's game 1 finals race of Mentor Tournament between Bydey and BajaBlood. Came down to Ice Rod. Isn't that great? Ice Rod location was where you think it is. All right. Bydey taking down the pig. It's going to finish with a sub 90 casual boots. Everyone get your GG emotes. Wish Bydey a good game as he crosses the bridge. 129 even. Looks like Baja immediately stops. GG to BajaBlood as well.
Yes.
Very well fought game one. And we'll be getting both of them in the commentary booth to talk.
And let's welcome in our runners. Bydey, the winner of game one, and BajaBlood, GG's.
GG's.
GG's, man.
All right, so Baja, do you want to know how close you were to the ice rod?
I mean, it was here somewhere, right?
Yeah, it was the
Nothing
first chest. Yeah, it was the first chest.
Amazing.
Check number one.
But I mean, at that point, if it was in TR, I just lose based on everything else. Like how the rest of the seed had played out, I needed Bydey to last location at somewhere stupid and beat him to it. And just got on the way.
Yeah, that's sometimes how it comes down to. It's just find your ice rod. It could be literally anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I started feeling bad like relatively early in the seed. Like once I finished them off and saw Bumper Ledge were both dead, and so that basically meant my whole play up the mountain was like not only nothing but also a waste. Like baited me into wasting time. At that point, I was like, that's not great. I'm gonna just seed Dark Death Mountain to Bydey and hope nothing's up there. And was wrong twice.
Yep.
Well, Bydey, you won game one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We can talk about the really great quick kill you had against the Armos Knights. We can talk about just how adept you are at moving around the world and that really cool gold sword spin one cycle kill on Landmo 2. But the real story of this seed was your dip into Skull Woods. Tell us about it.
Oh no, my god, it was awful. Yeah, that was the big blemish on the card, I think. I felt really good about most of the seed, apart from that. So for Baja there, I went into Skull Woods and I dipped it, went into the mouth, got the key and did the circle, and then as soon as I tried to go out the door, I didn't have a key, and in my brain, for some reason, I thought that I'd fallen down the hole, so I saved and quit back to Sank. But the reason I did it is because in my mind I thought I'd dropped down the hole, so
right.
So picking me up wouldn't have taken me anywhere, right? Is that correct? Or does it always take you back to the start of the
wherever you enter the dungeon at first, right? So it was if it was a hole drop, it was that point. But if it was the doorway, it would have been the doorway.
Yeah, okay. So that I knew instantly that I'd made a boo-boo there. And then I thought about leaving it, and you know what? I'm kind of a guy that I double down on my plays and I double down on my mistakes. Like, as painful as it was to go back there, it's just a lesson to teach myself. And I mean, I know it's a final and a game and stuff, but like deep down inside, I need to learn that lesson. So I went back there to teach myself a lesson to never do that again. So I went through it and I just pained through it and went all the way back to Skullwoods and just cleared and got one check, which is what I was hoping for. And then once I'd done that, if I ever found the fire rod, I was never going back there, put it that way. So yeah, apart from that, I think I played very, very well. Like my execution was probably the best it's ever been, like ever, I think. I really, really focused on the execution this run. Like, you know, a lot of times when I'm playing Rando, I'm not really focusing on execution. I'm just sort of naturally playing and this, that, and the next thing and thinking about a lot of stuff. But today, like, I was really focused on the execution, the screen, the type movement, the kills. And I think the seed went pretty well until the ice rod. And then I actually thought that I was going to be behind for some reason. I don't know why, but I I figured that I kind of went to TR late. Obviously, I didn't go as late as Baja, sorry, because he probably think he went there last. But I've been burned before by not going to, the crystal dungeons. So I did go to pod early because I know pods. At that point there, pod had to be the play, and I was thinking of pod anyway. The reason I didn't do it at first is because I didn't have the lamp, and I was hoping to maybe find the lamp. But when I didn't have the lamp, I went there, picked up the glove, and not the dark rooms are an issue, but there was a couple other checks to check, so I thought I'd just bounce them first, and then maybe pick the lamp up and save time there. But yeah. Yeah, in the end, I guess I'll be interested to watch it back and see, because I guess I thought the seed was pretty linear, but maybe that was just for me the way that I that I played it. So when I was thinking the Baja, like the way that he played it, I was like, whoa, that's like really different. So I'll be interested to watch back to see, how the routes changed a bit.
Yeah, you both had you had some points of divergence, but you both ultimately got funneled into Palace of Darkness. Obviously, wherever the myths are, if you look everywhere else, there you are. You're going to be fed into that spot eventually. So you both actually were in pod at the same time to get the myths and the that ether medallion ended up not being useful. Baja, any thoughts on the seed? I know you had some really gutsy plays that I really liked. I liked that that's commitment to go to Spike Cave early with that that Cane of Burna in hand. What did you think about how this seed played out?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I made that mountain play out of logic. I'm like, this is a reasonable play that I also am not confident Bydey's gonna make, and so it's just something. I'm looking for some amount of divergence in these seeds, right? Like if we're gonna run the same route, Bydey's going to win. Like with all the NMG experience, Bydey's execution is just amazing. So I was like, all right, we're gonna make one route divergence here and then play our own game. So I get the fire rod and the flippers up on the mountain, and I'm like, all right.
You did get those first, by the way. You got those before Bydey did. So Bydey ended up committing to the dark world overworld below.
Yeah. So my game plan is like, okay, let's hope I just sequence broke lamp somewhere, and let's go find my mitts locked by this stuff. And if I can do that, I'm in pretty good shape. Mitts are mirror. And so that's why I was chased. I chased into that Pendant Skull Woods, lost a lot of time there. And at that point, I start feeling behind, and I'm looking for outs. And so, yeah, put off some of the denser areas that I thought Bydey was going to go to that I didn't think I had time to go back to. Even if progression was there, I thought I was still going to be behind. So I just was hoping that it was a terrible, terrible seed and playing as though it were.
Yeah, I think to your credit, though, Baja, I know you mentioned, Bydey's got this great execution. He's good at a lot of the core mechanics of the game. But give yourself some credit because you were toe-to-toe with him when you had shared routes. I think you were fine. I think if instead of thinking too much on the meta gaming your opponent, I think if you committed to a more, I don't want to say standard, but less risky decision-making process and just played within yourself, you're here in the finals for a reason, both of you. So.
Yeah, it's tough because actually in a seed where I think I'm doing okay, I probably do actually dip TR even after mirror. I'm willing to risk that double dip, I think, usually, and just in this seed I didn't think it was gonna be a winning play even if it was there. I don't actually know. Was Bydey already in? Even if I had gone to TR right away, would it still have been winnable?
Oh, it would have mattered.
Far behind.
Oh yeah, I think you would have won if you went to TR first.
Yep, 100%. For sure.
Because I went and probably I went to what I did all of skull. I did the left side skull. I did all the mirror checks. I did Smith Chain. Then I did Ice Palace. Basically all of that before I went to TR. So if you'd have gone to TR at that point, I don't know if you were an Ice Rod Go or not, but if you were Ice Rod Go and went to TR, you would have won, for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, based on how you both played the end game, you both basically decided to do everything you could before going back into Turtle Rock. Yeah, it's obviously you have things that can come into play, like GT routing, for example, is still a factor in that race. You guys were pretty close for the majority of it. So even getting that ice rod, you obviously have to do the execution for the rest of the way, and maybe a little luck there.
Mhm.
That big key was in the front, so. Well, you have a game 2 coming up. I know that Bydey chose Kaz Boots for today. I believe this is it Baja's choice for the next mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
loser
think we'll
of
go with
game one
open.
chooses.
And then, yeah, that'll be... Oh, you already got it up. Amazing. Tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Game 2, open.
Game 2 open, okay. Draxus, you bring up a good point, actually. I didn't think about that. Yeah, because you did, Baja, you did do the early desert dip. Yeah, that's right. You did the early desert dip and could not complete the dungeon,
Right.
while Bydey went there for the first time with the fire rod in hand and got to clear it. That's a good point. There was another dungeon there.
Did you know the other thing I was thinking about? When
What's
did Bajaj get the flute? Because I fluted to the mountain. Did he have to climb the mountain?
Yeah, I climbed the mountain earlier. I climbed the mountain like after
Okay,
Eastern,
so
I think.
I would
Yeah.
have saved time there as well because I found
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
flute before going to the mountain. So I figured that you would have. I don't know, for some reason I thought you would go up there. So when I found the flute, it started to make my skull mistake feel a bit better. And the fact that I didn't double dip desert as well, I actually had that in the back of my mind. So when I got those two things out the way, I was starting to feel a little bit better. Because I don't know, I'm sure I must have been behind after skull, right?
I don't even know. I mean, I full cleared skull, right? Like, and I got nothing off moth. So like,
I guess
two
I
two
didn't
dips
have
to the
fire-
front versus a full clear. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's even that much slower.
I didn't have the fire rod when I dipped it though. That's a thing. So I dipped
Yeah.
it without the fire rod.
Yeah, I was trying to follow the things I found on the mountain, and that kind of trolled me because it didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, the desert. Yeah, Aldraxis mentioning the desert dip. Yeah, I mean, with that, the way that Bydey chose to route kept him at or with Yubaha or ahead. Yeah, having that fire rod was pretty significant.
It opened up a lot of things as well. Like but I mean, I thought about the skull play, but like because of what happened in my mind, I was not going back there unless it was the last check in the game. And if I lost, so be it. Like that was just the attitude I had with this seat. I didn't want to go anywhere near there ever again. I don't want any reminders. So, but did he do the what do you call the thing, the graveyard ledge? Did you do that check?
Very, very late.
Yeah.
Because I got mirror very, very late. I like pretty much last location mirror.
You didn't do pod boss, did you? Did you clear pod?
I went back for pot.
Yeah.
I stayed in pot after mitts to get ether, but I didn't do the
Yeah.
boss then, and then I did it again at the end.
I guess
Again,
you
like
went for that.
I needed it to be somewhere that you were going to last location it, and that was
Yeah.
a reasonable spot that you would have last locationed.
Yeah, I think that was the right play. I think you played it perfectly. Like I would have done the same in your situation. I thought about that. I swear to God, I thought you would be ahead of me, and I thought for some reason that you would be going to TR. So I kind of did. That's why I started to do some in Overworld, and that's why I went to Ice Palace. I was gonna when I did the flip, I was like TR Ice, TR Ice, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then I went to Ice on just thinking that, you know what, if it's in here, I win, sort of idea. And then when it wasn't there, I just I had what, 6 checks, or I had 6 checks on TR versus 4 on the Overworld and the other stuff. So then at that point there, it was 60-40. So then I just played the statistics and went for it then. So versus, you know, going up at, you know, 6 checks versus, what was it, 7? So it was 7 versus 6 at that point. So the favor was on the other stuff. But being able to take that check off and turn it to 60-40 was a bit better odds. So that's when I decided. That's kind of the way that I played it in my mind.
Alrighty. Well, Bydey, Baja, thanks for joining the post-race interview. Your game 2 sounds like it's going to be open. Do you know what time you got that scheduled for, or you still have to figure that out?
No, it's scheduled tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow 6 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I assume if Mr. Angry Pants can get the restream on here, it'll be here again on Go Mode Podcast. for the finals of the Mentor Tournament. Thank you both again. Thanks, Phyrie, for tracking, and Crazed. It was nice to join you in the comm booth.
Same.
And Mr.
Yeah,
AngryPants, thank you for the restream. Any last words before we sign off?
Yeah,
just
I
thank
just
you to
like
all the
to
volunteers. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. I always like to make sure that people understand the time that people put into volunteering. I've done a lot of it myself, not necessarily for this community, but like the restreaming and the comms and the tracking, like it's fantastic. I hope we put on a good show, but I really, really just want to say a huge thanks to the restreamers and, you know, the whole tournament and all that. It's been fantastic regardless of what happens, so.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, go ahead, Grace.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, absolutely. Just the community and just the restreaming efforts and all the volunteers, they absolutely and especially everyone behind the scenes just get just a thumbs up from me. Absolutely. Baja, did you have any thoughts?
No, I'll echo, Bydey sentiments. Thank you to all the volunteers for putting this on. I'll be looking forward to watching it back. And hopefully another good race tomorrow. Maybe hopefully a bit closer.
Very cool. Well, on behalf of GMP and the Mentor Tournament volunteers, we want to wish you all well and tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern for more Randomizer. See you later.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.